I mean, hypothetically, if that did happen, if we went to Bound for Glory and the Dudleys won the TNA World Tag Team titles, I think we would have to take a long, hard look in the mirror and just and kind of judge where we're at. And is it time to ride off into the sunset and do the TNA Hall of Fame? Time to do the WWE Hall of
Fame. This is TMZ's Inside the Ring.
Welcome to TMZ's Inside the Ring. I'm Branson Quirke.
I'm Roger Corral.
And today is huge, Roger.
Okay.
These guys obviously need no introduction. I'm just gonna flat out and say it again, no introduction needed. Jeff and Matt Hardy are joining us on the podcast. This is a historical moment for us, and we have them right here. They're in the house. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, Matt. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. We're in Minneapolis and we're going nuts, man. We're promoting our big shows coming up. We're doing a live TNA Impact on September the 4th, and we're taping episodes of TNA Impact on September the 5th here in Minneapolis.
Everybody needs to make sure they get to this next taping. Absolutely, because there's so much going on. We're going to get into it. First of all, congratulations on bringing the TNA World Tag Team Championships back home to the Hardys, winning them back at Slammiversary, and then, of course, retaining them this past week at Emergence, which I was so excited to see. I was a little worried for a moment, but everything ran supreme. We have to talk about Bully Ray addressing you guys, coming out, how you felt about this. How did it feel hearing his music hit when he laid out this challenge for you guys?
I was extremely shocked. I had no idea. We had no idea that was going to happen. But then when he came out there and dropped the challenge on us, I was like, whoa, okay, this sounds pretty cool.
And he's when he says that, it's legitimate. Like, we didn't know he was coming out. It was a surprise thing. And I think they want to get a genuine reaction or whatever. And he was just there last moment. He came to the ring, threw that challenge out, and we accepted, obviously. And we didn't even see when we got in the back. He left the arena before we ever made our way to the back.
You know, some people were saying online that even Devon was at home on the couch. He didn't know either.
It's funny. That doesn't shock me.
Yeah, it's worth noting Devon was not present for that. Do you think you have an advantage going forward? You know, you guys are still competing every week.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we have a physical advantage just because our bodies are so used to this, and we're on a very strong training regimen. Both of us take cold plunges, ice baths every morning. And this match against the Dudleys, when we advertise it as the final battle, the last time, it is legitimately the last time. And I think this match is going to be very, very emotional. It's going to be celebrating 25, 26, 27 years of the Team 3D Hardys rivalry.
Yeah, and I was naturally like on cloud nine after that match using the cable ladder. I've been wanting to do that for a couple of decades. But I was so pumped up. And then to hear that, I'm like, okay, cool. This is the next big thing that I'm going to look forward to, and we're going to absolutely destroy.
What kind of physical and psychological battle are you guys anticipating with this being the final time?
I mean, we're not going to change anything because what we've been doing has been working. We're out there hanging with kids half our age, the Rascals, as you saw at Emergence.
Right.
Yeah.
I was concerned. I didn't know what Devon's health status was, but apparently Devon is cleared and he's been given the green light to do this. So that's good to know. But those guys are going to be in for an uphill battle because once again, the Hardys, we're rocking like it's 2000, 2001, and those guys, they haven't been active together in the ring. So it's going to be interesting. But I think when it's all said and done, this match is going to exceed expectations. And I think this is going to be one of the most emotional matches TNA has ever had. I think at the end of the night, when the Hardys and Dudleys have their final match, I think people are going to be crying.
I agree, man. I'm really excited for this. I will say, you guys are brothers, which I think gives you an advantage. You know each other's moves. You know what you're doing. At the same time, you are brothers. Sometimes you might bicker with each other. There might be some disputes amongst yourselves. Do you think there's any advantage or disadvantage with that aspect of it all?
No, we're like activating so well together, man. Even still to this day, like discussing new spots. And one thing I've learned about tag team wrestling here in 2025, like all these combination spots are real big. Like they pretty much are just one set of moves that's kind of like one part of the match. But we've got a brand new one we're going to break out here in a few weeks when we do a live Impact from Minnesota. And it's still exciting, man, for us to come up with these things, dream them up, and bring them to life in front of a live audience.
Thanks.
You know, I'm going to throw this out too, considering we have these huge tapings coming up, a live Impact on September 4th, tapings on September 5th. It would not surprise me at all if the Dudleys kind of pop their head in on these things.
Oh, see, that's the thing.
You
I may have to get on a flight. I'm here in Los Angeles. We may have to get on flights out there because, and I'm gonna have to ask Harvey Levin if he's okay with that. But if he lets me leave early, I'm definitely going because this is gonna get nasty. This is gonna get This could very well get very, very nasty, especially if Devon decides to show up at those tapings.
And it's one of those things. I mean, I can't recommend enough. If you are a fan of Hardy's and Team 3D, be at Bound for Glory because it's truly going to be a very special night that is going to be indelible. The memories will be indelible from that night.
You know, this is a question that we have to ask, and there's been a lot of chatter about it online ever since your last airing for TNA. So you're the TNA World Tag Team Champions, of course, but what if, hypothetically, at Bound for Glory, you guys come up short? What happens next? We saw you guys talk about you don't want to become a shell of yourselves in that emotional speech that you gave to the crowd. What happens next if that does hypothetically happen?
I mean, hypothetically, if that did happen, if we went to Bound for Glory and the Dudleys won the TNA World Tag Team titles, I think we would have to take a long, hard look in the mirror and just and kind of judge where we're at. And is it time to ride off into the sunset and do the TNA Hall of Fame? Time to do the WWE Hall of Fame? We'll see. Right now, we're feeling really good, and we're going to try and rock and roll like it's 200001.
I would be completely focused on our rematch for sure. I'd be okay.
There you go. Jeff's not ready. Jeff's not ready.
No.
Well, Bully did mention the Road Warriors. That's who he considers the greatest tag team of all time. Where do you guys see yourselves amongst that list?
I honestly think it's. The Road Warriors would have been so different in this era.
Yeah.
They were the first ever tag team main event. They were two huge stars, and people want to see them just come out and massacre people. They would want to see them come out and murder people. And they were truly a main event draw as a tag team. In this day and age, it would be different because you still have to have a level of being a good worker. You have to be able to produce good matches and whatnot in this day and age, along with telling good stories. So I think it's different. It changes over time. It's hard for me not to see the top two tag teams that have had the most longevity and most success as the Hardys and Dudleys. So literally, I think at Bound for Glory, you have the top two tag teams of all time going at it one last time.
Yeah, and they're right up there with me as far as Sting and the face paint. I remember seeing them live for the first time in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and they had the shoulder pads with the spikes and the face paint. And I just had that overall feeling of, wow, I want to do this one day.
They're larger than life.
Exactly.
By the way, I just want to know, you guys give that aura as well. Whenever we've seen you guys live, you're right. Like that aura that you guys have given throughout your careers, it's there.
So we've got these tapings coming up September 4th, September 5th, TNA Live, Impact Live. Is there a chance at these tapings that fans may see tables, ladders get involved? Is that even a possibility?
I wouldn't rule anything out. When you have the Hardys and Team 3D dancing for one last time, I would not rule anything out. Anything can happen. And this build to Bound for Glory is going to be very exciting as well. And also something else, you're talking about things that are unpredictable. Who knows who's going to show up from NXT or even WWE? We had AJ Styles just recently on the show. And I think the partnership is working very well together. Both sides are very happy with it. And I think you're going to see more bigger name people from WWE popping up on TNA when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and anything's possible in professional wrestling. You might even see some couches without the padding.
We're bringing couches now?
Oh, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end.
Jeff been trying to change TLC to tables, ladders, and couches.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's a great idea. What's one thing or a couple things you want fans to take away from this final battle?
I want people to look at this final match as a celebration of the rivalry. All of the sacrifices, all of the bumps, all of the physical abuse we've put our bodies through, all of the unprotected chair shots we've done with the Dudleys, because we've done more with them than anybody else. Just look back at everything we've done over the last quarter of a century and just say, wow, this is the culmination of everything. And finally, this is it for the Hardys and Team 3D. And I just want them to look at it as a celebration of our rivalry.
Yeah, Edge and Christian and the Dudleys, man, they're my other brothers. And just to think that the only thing that pro wrestling mainly knew about was Razor Ramon and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels ladder match. We studied that thing. We reenacted it so many times. But then we had that opportunity with Edge and Christian to do the first ever tag team ladder match. And just the level that we took it to is so super proud of all we've accomplished.
And you guys are right. You've taken ladder matches to a whole new level. No one can ever see a ladder match and not think the Hardys anymore. It's you guys. What has been your approach in, this match? We technically don't have any ladders confirmed. We don't have tables confirmed. How do you approach a match like that when, I feel like you guys prepare differently maybe for a match that's different?
Yeah, I think if it's going to be a Full Metal Mayhem or a TLC match, we're definitely going to prepare differently. If it is a regular match, we're going to prepare differently, just depending on what style of match it is. And in all honesty, from everything I've heard and throwing this out there, I think the Hardys versus Dudleys may end up being a tables match, almost in the celebration of a quarter of a century ago, having the first ever tag team tables match in Madison Square Garden at Royal Rumble 2000.
Wow, it was 25 years ago. My goodness.
It's hard to believe, right?
I know. I remember that match vividly, January 2000.
Here's the deal. I'm 26 years old, so I've gone back and watched I've gone back and done my homework. I've gone back to watch all of the greatness, of course. So, I got it all up here. Don't worry. I'm not just a youngin'. But what is your guys' secret to your longevity?
I say ice baths have been a game changer, a life-changing thing for me. I've been doing it for over 3 years now, and I do them every morning. I did for the longest time just every other day, but now I'm totally hooked and do them every single morning. And I still have that mental war within myself each morning. I can do it tomorrow, but I know if I get in there, I'll be so ready to conquer the day when I get out. So it's been a game changer for me, and I think Matt as well.
Yeah, and we're both really into like our training regimen. We're both very strict. We both try and eat real strictly. Jeff is amazing at not eating at night now. He fasts every single night. But wow. I think we're pretty locked in and pretty focused. And one thing I do have to say, he's about to turn 48 and in a little over a week, and I'm going to be turning 51 in September. You're going to be hard pressed to find someone who's been doing this for 33 years. That's 51 and 48. Working at the high level we are currently now, still hanging with guys that are twice our age, like the Rascals. So we feel very blessed and very grateful, but we also we bust our ass, man, and we work really hard to go out there and cement our legacy as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. So we've talked about not ruling things out at future tapings, Bound for Glory. We talked about AJ Styles from WWE showing up unexpectedly. That was a huge, huge shock for everybody.
Coming back home.
Right. And I think it's safe to say, too, that we can't rule out possibly seeing any WWE talent show up at these tapings as well going forward, all the way up to October for this final match. There's a ton of people that are possible, right?
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, and that's what's so cool. This isn't like when WCW and ECW invaded WWE, because WWE was in control of all the booking. But there's definitely like TNA pitches ideas to NXT, NXT pitches ideas to WWE. I mean, or NXT pitches ideas to TNA, and they go back and forth, and it's a very creative, collaborative process, and it really is unpredictable, and anything can happen. So that's very exciting for me as a wrestling fan, someone watching the product, not just competing in the product. It's very exciting.
Yeah, me as a pro wrestling fan, I'm a pretty big fan of tricky nonstop action. I love what Trick Williams has been doing.
He's great.
It's been so entertaining.
I love his theme song. I listen to it all the time.
I love Trick. I love Trick, man.
It goes hard.
What does it mean for you guys to be able to perform at this level in this stage in your career? Like, what fulfills your day now? Again, you guys are so accomplished. I can't even imagine, another tag team championship. What fulfills your day now?
I just think we're blessed to do this. I mean, this was our dream. It was our passion. We want to do it as kids. And they say, like, if you're working and you have a job that you love, and you make money at it, it's not even like it's a job. It's not even like you're actually having to work. It's like that. We would probably do this for free if we had to, because we love it so much. So just the passion just drives us through, man. We're gonna ride the spiral until it ends. We're gonna do this as long as we can.
Yeah, pro wrestling has given us so much, and we've given so much of ourselves to pro wrestling, but for me, it's just all about manifesting it, executing it, and then move on to the next.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys talk about doing what you love, getting paid to do what you love. I would do this for free. This is my job.
Stop giving out ideas.
Talking to Jeff and Matt Hart. Yeah, don't let them know I would do this for free. Absolutely, doing what you love. My grandpa
Your
always
secret
says
is safe
that.
with us.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll just cut that out. Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jeff. Again, coming up Thursday, September 4th, TNA Impact Live, as well as Friday, September 5th, both TV tapings. Get your tickets now because we just spoke about it in detail. Nothing is ruled out at these tapings. And of course, Bound for Glory, make sure you guys get tickets for that as well. We are definitely gonna try and be there for this.
Sir.
Well, thank y'all.
Thank you for having us, man. It was a blast. Great conversation.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
See ya.